Hey guys, as promised, the quick discussion on age. Now, age is, it's not age discrimination, but the airlines basically are looking for an investment in somebody. And you find that if somebody is a little bit past, say, 45, they might be thinking, oh, we might be spending a lot of money on somebody who might finish up too soon before we get a return on investment. So essentially, if Cathay Pacific, for example, we have second officers, and that's designed for people in their 20s, maybe late 20s, early 30s, because the assumption is somebody like that doesn't have a family, they're single, and the package is in fact designed for somebody that's single, that's just coming up in aviation. Now, if you come up and you're 45 and you want to be a second officer, the package doesn't suit. So the airline may not employ you, for example, simply because at 45 in general, you've got a wife, you've got a family, you've got children, and the package just, you can't sustain yourself in Hong Kong. And it's unfair for the company to even attempt to employ you, even if they wanted to. Whereas if you come into the airline at, say, 45, but you're qualified, you've got a little bit more experience, and so on, they'll look at it and say, yeah, this guy actually wants to come in and wants to fly, and they have been successful at whatever business they've been in. They haven't just changed career because there's nothing else to do. That's one of the criteria for a mature person. Are they doing this change because they've failed at something, or are they doing it just because they feel they might be good at it? It's not something they really wanted to do. So if you're at the top of your game in your whatever profession, architecture, engineering, and so on, but you've always wanted to fly, and you leave a position at the top of your game to go into flying to start at the bottom, we know you want to do it. That's what you want to fly. So that's the kind of stuff they're looking for. So if you're 20, no problem. If you're 30, let's say, and you start flying, think of it this way. Retirement age is 65. So even if you went in and qualified at 35, you've got 30 years of a career flying. You'd be a captain, you'd be a training captain in 30 years. It's a good career, you'll have a good pension and all that. Even if you started at 40, let's say, you'd finish at 43, 44. The problem is the major airlines might not take you because they think you're too old, so you end up going with the regionals and building up experience, at which time you'd get into an airline maybe at 48. But even then, that's 17 years in an airline. You'd still make it to captain. So never too late. Go and do it if you want to do it. We've got a chap here who was a policeman for 18 years in Birmingham in the UK. And at 42, he decided that what he wanted to always do was do flying. He went into flying, and he was lucky in that when he came to Hong Kong, they saw that this guy was actually leaving a position where he'd gone up the ranks in the police force. And he wasn't doing it simply because there was nothing else. So he was taken on. He's a senior first officer on the Airbus now. And he got in at about 46. Never too late. Do it.